Hi, my name is Chelsea Moore, and today we're going to be talking about sex education in schools. This is my audience. Alright. Imagine a 16-year-old girl who gets genital herpes because she didn't know that she can contract it even when her partner wasn't having a breakout. Imagine a 15-year-old boy gets a girl pregnant because he didn't know that birth control pills weren't 100% guaranteed to prevent fertilization. Now imagine that a simple sex ed class could prevent either of these situations from ever happening again. This is precisely why 46 states have been granted $45 million in federal grants to fund programs from 2010 to 2014 to promote abstinence and knowledge about sex and contraceptives. In-school classes, however, have ignited a fierce debate among parents, individuals, everyone in government about the government's rights and school system's rights to educate students about sex. In 2011, the Center for Disease Control found that 47.7% of high school students weren't involved in sexual activities. 33.7% had had sex in the 3 months prior to the survey, and of those, 39.8% did not use a condom the last time they had sex. Of all the high school students surveyed, 15.3% had had sex with 4 or more partners in their lifetime. The survey also found that nearly half of the 19 million new STD cases found each year were among people ages 15 to 24. In 2010, the Center for Disease Control calculated the staggering number of 367,752 infants born to mothers who were between the ages of 15 and 19 years old. This ratio of 34.3 teen moms per 1,000 women is a smaller percentage, smaller by 9% actually, than the previous year's calculations. So, in 2010, the government began funding programs to educate young adults about sex and its consequences, and there was a decrease in the percentage of teen moms. Though the rates of teen pregnancy and teen contraction of STDs has been dropping, it is still very high. It is for this reason that the government wishes to continue funding programs to educate students about sex. However, there are some individuals, mostly parents, who are fighting for the removal of sex education in schools. One of the reasons the opposition argues is that sex education plants the idea of sex into young, innocent minds and causes premature curiosity in the field. However, in today's society, children of all ages are surrounded by images and news of sex, whether it be on magazine stands, in the grocery store, whether it be on the television, or just in human behavior and everyday activities. The World Health Organization conducted an experiment among 35 programs that teach about sex and proved that none of those programs actually encourage sex. Some others argue that sex education sends a mixed message when they discuss topics of abstinence and contraceptives. They say the message that's being sent is sex is bad, but it's okay if you use a condom or birth control. They're missing that the real message is sex has repercussions, but if you're going to do it anyway, condoms and birth control can help make the consequences less severe. Like if you're going to travel to Africa where you know there's a serious problem with malaria, but you decided to take the risk and go anyway. Before you go, you're likely to get vaccinations and buy mosquito nets to help ensure that your health is going to stay okay. Well, condoms and birth control are the safety nets of sex. Another argument is that sex education is the responsibility of parents, not strangers to teach. Well, let's consider the 538,557 reported cases of child neglect in 2010. Now let's consider the unreported cases of child neglect. and the possibility that parents don't discuss sex with their children for a variety of reasons. Who will teach them? How will they find out about the consequences of sex? Will they have to get pregnant and contract an STD to find out? While sex education programs already exist, there's also data collected on the success rate of these programs as a whole. Overall, these programs are overwhelmingly successful in reducing teen pregnancy, improved contraceptive use, and delayed sexual initiation. These programs range from middle school focuses to high school focuses. They're in-school classes and after-school programs. They've all been proven to work. Some of these successful programs include Learn and Serve America, the Teen Outreach Program, and Children's Aid Society Carrera Program. The proven successful Carrera Program actually starts teaching about sex at the young age of 11 and 12, follows the students through high school, and continues educating them after high school. With programs and in-school classes teaching adolescents about sex, abstinence, and contraceptives, teens are more capable to make wiser choices regarding their safety and health, as the studies have proven. So, we as students go to school to learn important information for a beneficial life and a successful future. Well, sex education is important for a beneficial life and a successful future. Therefore, sex education should be in schools to ensure all bases of life and possible yet preventable obstacles are taught to potentially ignorant students. Knowledge is key to prevention. Studies have shown that sex education programs are effective, so why should we ignore the stats? We need to have sex education continuing in schools to ensure that teen pregnancy birth rates are decreasing, as well as the teen STD contraction rates.